Smooth. No problems at all. It was amazing. We had a great show last Monday.
It was a good show.
So you'll release this later as well?
No, what happens is this will go live. If we mess it up, if this is also being recorded too, so it's getting recorded and saved. That way we can chop it up for the Opus clips and everything else. If this gets too crazy,
So the redundancy system is just these are recording and saved locally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust Facebook and YouTube to save.
Yeah, no, we don't either. And we were running live on TikTok because we have about 100,000 TikTok followers.
Wow.
And then there were conversations that we couldn't have on TikTok.
There's a
TikTok
new
started
stream
kicking us
on it.
out. So,
There's a new stream on it.
Also, I mean, we could just throw on movie too and just live comment.
but what the best part about this is how we get the interaction from people.
Were the lives on TikTok the trick to growing to 500,000?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, because we would get
because 500,000 is enough for you guys to be selling, like making money off.
100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
100,000.
I thought you said 500,000. Sorry.
We do make money on TikTok, but it's not.
It's very little.
Nothing crazy yet.
Even Facebook, we do make money off Facebook right now, but
It's a joke.
Yeah,
I think right now,
For all the money you've invested, the time, what, $150 a month if you're lucky?
no, ours is
Like $8.
no. This month we've already made almost $15.
Oh, listen to that.
So it's growing, you know.
That's painful.
It is painful.
I mean, I'm in the same boat. We make $200 a month on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm spending $4,000 a month on my podcast.
Yeah.
So it's not 80% of it is the influencers, and then every once in a while I need to get technical support. So we had a sound engineer, camera guy come in, but he's $280 an hour.
Oh wow!
But I mean, it's A plus quality.
Right.
Plus, I needed him to look at my audio, my mics, and set everything up because we'd messed things up a week ago doing something outside of our lane. So far, so good. Like everything we recorded, we did a live psychic reading with tarot cards.
That's awesome.
For Halloween. It comes out next Thursday. But we had.
Who did they read?
They read me, Billy Hubbard, Tara Paget, his little partner.
Yeah.
And then I had two guests on. And they did one of the guests.
How do you feel like they did?
Great.
Can't do a spoiler. You know.
No, I don't
I don't subscribe to Tara.
Me either. I did it because it's festive and fun.
Right.
But she could have told me. My wife, we just found out my wife's pregnant 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very, very happy. We find out the sex in 2 weeks. I asked her if she thought it was a boy or girl. She did the tarot card thing. She's like, I'm feeling it's a boy. But I was also like, it's a coin flip.
Right.
You know.
That's 50-50.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll ask you a serious question. Did you go deep enough to blow the balls off?
He's wild, man.
What's that mean?
I don't.
Some country saying that I've not heard before?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, if you just barely, graze the skin, you probably still got nuts in there.
Oh, I see. So she was great. Her name's Fantasia.
She was great.
Fantasia is Spanish for fantasy, which I didn't realize. I've got a Spanish manager, but her name's kind of on brand. Yeah, she did fine.
But no, that we were wanting to try to get do like a Halloween kind of special and stuff like that.
I did a lot of Halloween specials this year. I went overboard. I drove around my Cybertruck in a cemetery.
I seen that,
and that was fun.
That's real people pop up. We were talking about that on the show that you had
You
seen.
didn't believe me.
That he said, have you seen those YouTube videos? You go to the cemetery and the people in the Teslas that pops up bodies walking by your vehicle and stuff.
And yours done that?
Someone sent me a video a month ago and saying, you should do this for Halloween. And I was like, damn right, I'm going to do that as soon as I can. The video just released 2 nights ago, and it was incredible.
And you do see people.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, I was very, very happy.
That is wild.
And that was one where because it's outside my lane, I paid the $280 for the specialist, and he rode around with me. He set up cameras in the Tesla, and it ended up being A+ production. It's not something I could have done on my own.
See, that's awesome.
But yeah, so that's when I pay for the big dogs to come in.
We didn't know. I thought that was AI generated. That was fake.
I went in
But
thinking
you're telling me 1,000%. You drove through there, people popping up.
it was neat. We set up a fixed camera just on the software window where you can see the cars and people, and then we just drove around the cemetery and you see white figures. The software looks for cars and people, so you don't hit cars and run over people.
Right.
So it's just a graveyard on either side, and people were walking. It was neat. Yeah, you guys should check it out. It's on our Facebook.
Well, I watched this morning.
Yeah,
And
definitely
it showed
check
him,
that out.
but it was showing this guy was in this Tesla, and his was popping up a motorcycle.
I saw that one.
Well, the only motorcycle around was on top of a headstone. It was pulling up that headstone, that grave. That was wild.
That's neat. That one's a little less convincing because software does recognize motorcycles, so it makes me think it's just seeing a motorcycle, but it's making it look, big size.
That's what I was.
But we were seeing people walking where there weren't even gravestones, there weren't even flowers. It was just spots between. It was really, really neat. I'm not saying I'm convinced of anything, but it was really good
That would
content.
convince me.
Well, I mean, having the vehicle, you would see that if there was a flaw in that, you would see that when you were driving down the road anyways, right?
Honestly,
You've never seen a bunch of people that are showing up while you're driving down a main road that aren't there, but you will see that in a cemetery.
you would never pay attention.
Right.
Because when you look at the screen, there's a million cars, a million people. You would never notice if it didn't account for the right number of people. The only way you could see it is if you were in a cemetery where there's no people, and then all of a sudden people pop up. That's the only way that you would notice it.
Okay, well, past the Tesla incident, what is your thoughts on the supernatural?
Yeah, I'm skeptical. I have fun with it. About like with Santa Claus, I have fun with Santa Claus, but
So you don't care to tempt the supernatural?
at all, zero. Yeah, it affects me so little. I mean, it's not even you can't. If there's a graph,
You mean growing up, you've never had like a ghost encounter that you felt like or anything?
no, and maybe
You have put some sort of fear into you?
And maybe that's my white privilege speaking, but I never had any ghost experiences other than just the normal festive stuff, haunted houses. I mean, we never played the Ouija boards or anything growing up, but again, it wouldn't. But even if I did, I always felt really strongly that there's nothing intelligent beyond this. Maybe energy, maybe something like that. This could have a little Halloween theme. Which makes sense, but yeah, maybe energy, but I don't think anything intelligent. So I'm pretty confident in that, whether it's smart to be or not.
Intelligence kind of throwing me off a little bit. I don't think they're any more intelligent than us, but they can travel through walls and we can't. That's the biggest thing with me.
Yeah, I just mean I don't think that consciousness survives death. So maybe some weird energy, something maybe, but I don't think there's any thought process going on.
I'd seen that they would weigh a body before somebody passed away, and when they did it, they were saying the soul weighs 7 ounces or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I've read that stuff too. I'm skeptical.
Oh yeah, I read something about that. Yeah,
They couldn't account for the weight difference before life and then after death.
well,
Yeah.
I heard too when people die, they soil their pants, they fart, they do all kinds of stuff. So there's 7 ounces right there.
Yeah. I heard 100% of non-smokers die.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that.
It is fun talking about myself for once, because as the host, make sure conversation's happening, and this is nice. I can just sit back and not say anything if I don't want to.
Well, real serious question: do you ever down dress
This is my uniform.
24/7?
It's a hot summer.
Time I ever see you, that's how you.
Looking like $1 million.
Yeah, looking like $1 million. So you don't never go out like this, or
This is how I go out.
Is this how it goes out?
I'm out right now. It's Friday night, hanging out, having fun.
well, I dress up too. I love to dress up. I feel great when I dress up, but I like to down dress though too.
this business guru that I can't remember who said, Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
He the first episode of the Shark Tank, he wore a suit, red tie. Did the episode. The producers loved him. Episode 2, he came out with a blue tie. And like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm ready to film. He goes, put your red tie back on. You're now the guy in the suit with the red tie, because it's so hard to pierce through the noise and entertainment, so that if you change small things, maybe next time people don't even recognize you. So the same jacket, same hair. I'm always clean shaved. I've had this haircut now for 3 years, and I've had people when I go out to a bar or something. They're like, people even said like, "Oh, the guy with the hair," which I think's dumb, but they recognized me. And they couldn't, whatever it was they associated with me.
So now, growing your real estate business, you guys were like hands-on at the very beginning.
Yep.
I remember seeing old videos of you and your brother just working in the houses that you guys built.
Yeah, we couldn't afford labor back then. So at 5 o'clock, after working all day as lawyers, we went home, changed into work, pants and shirts. We'd get dirty, and we were under houses. We were laying floors, painting. We did that for 2 years. We were working from 5 to 10 p.m. every night, and then 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday, and we did that for 2 years. It was the only way we could grow, because we come up with the down payment money for the houses, but you still had to remodel the houses. Even a good house, you got to do some work.
Right.
So for 2 years we did that, and we did 30 houses in 2 years and grew really, really fast.
Well, see, I mean, I think that's important that people know, is that, you can go back and see your guys' growth, that you guys really were working your own selves in the ground before you'd built you guys. And I mean, are you guys the largest land or rental owners in the city?
No, not even close.
Not even close?
No, well, Terry Fork's the number one.
Okay.
Terry Ford owns everything.
Yeah, by a lot.
I mean, Terry Ford owns this building right here behind us. He owns everything.
So, Corbin High School, just over here. Where'd you guys go to school?
Whitley County.
Okay, but Corbin High School.
Yeah.
There's a huge mountain behind the Kroger and in the high school. That's Terry Fork's Mountain.
Yeah.
So
What are they building back there?
So that's not Terry Fork's project, but Kyle Perkins, who owns the Forest Hill Shopping Center, that's their next stage of commercial.
Okay.
In fact, that's out there. So I don't even know I don't even know how much he wants us talking about that. But anyway, they're expanding the Forest Hill Shopping Center.
Okay.
So, and they probably did buy that land off Terry, if I was guessing. So Terry's number one. We're not even the biggest rental by a lot.
So why are you guys the most known though? Because
the podcast, social media. I mean, just like you. I mean, you're trying to build up your jerky company.
Right.
You've got to be on social media.
right.
You have to, and we're definitely the loudest by far.
Yeah.
And that's why we also are the biggest target.
Yeah.
So
that was my next question is, because your popularity, people.
Yeah, popular is a
There's
funny
some
word.
people that love you guys.
Some people
that don't.
I don't hear from the people that like us.
Yeah. So that's why it was. What do you say to the people that don't like you? Because I've got haters with jerky. We're gonna have haters with any business, right? But
Well, some people will tell you when you've got haters, you've made it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys heard that.
Yes.
I think that the people that have negative things to say about us, they're typically not the people that have ever met me or done business with us.
Right.
Maybe they're saying stuff they've just heard online. Maybe they're using it as a form of entertainment to actually go online.
right. I mean, we poke fun at a lot of people too, but that's the thing is we're always.
Well, you guys are just so fast with your comebacks. Like
Yeah.
you know how some of your posts have went viral, and it has like
And it's just me on my phone.
600 people commenting on it.
Yeah.
And I get sucked into that rabbit hole sometimes where I want to read that, and then every time somebody just throws a jab, you like duck left,
dodge, duck dodge.
duck left to throw a right.
Well, being a lawyer though, you know how to say stuff.
I know how to not get myself in trouble.
Right.
And so the easy way to do that is never do a personal attack to anybody, even if they're being just monstrous. Just keep it light, because also keeping it light's better just for your sanity.
Right.
So if someone's like, F you, it's like, oh God, why? Also you have to have a thick skin in this game, but I knew that.
You got to.
Well, I'm a lawyer, so I've had to grow a thick skin anyway, because it's just my day-to-day is adversarial. I got an attorney on the other side of me trying to win.
Right.
And it's hard to be mean. It's hard to be adversarial.
So with the Freeman, how are you related to Freeman and Childers?
My dad founded Freeman and Childers 35 years ago. He retired about 5 years ago. So he's still Brian Freeman.
Brian. Mm-hmm. So Brad, your uncle.
Yep. Yeah, Brad's my uncle. Brad's still there too.
So then your Nyla.
Nyla, she was my step grandmother. Married my
cousin.
Oh, okay.
That's my family.
I just saw her a week ago. She's at the law firm.
She's the
2 weeks ago.
Best of the Brights.
Yep, she's the best.
She's absolutely the best.
Yeah. I reached out to her. She had I just had a son in April, and she lives in Richmond now, so she's just never down here. But I was trying to get her meet my son last week.
You just had a son in April, and now you're having another kid?
Yeah, we had to do IVF.
Knocks boots quick.
We tried for 3 years.
Nothing going, honey.
I wish.
Well, like you said, I mean, you don't take your foot off the gas if you guys have been trying for some time, and it's working. Right.
No, it's working now. We tried for 3 years, and then we had to do IVF. We paid like $25,000.
That's crazy.
Finally got lucky, pregnant, made it to term in April, and then the doctor said we can't do a next round of IVF for a year, so we had to wait till next April 2026.
Did you ever do Robitussin?
No, I heard that.
Me and my wife, like we got 3 kids.
Yeah, are you sure that you mean Robitussin?
Yeah, Robitussin.
Dude, that's the medication.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just being sure.
Cough syrup?
Yeah.
You mean the cough syrup?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just being sure.
No, listen, I got 3 kids. My oldest one's 15.
Congratulations.
And so we was trying to have another one 5 years later, and couldn't do it. We went to fertility doctors and stuff, and that doctor said, let's try the cheapest thing possible first. I said, okay, what's that? He said, I want you to go home, and I want you to drink a bottle of Robitussin every night.
This sounds so. You went to the fertility clinic in Hazard?
No, that's what he told us, though. I swear.
It's a Manchester doctor told me.
I swear it worked. See, I was like, I even asked him. I said, that makes no sense.
I'm going to need to see your diploma, sir.
I said, buddy, that makes no sense. I said,
No, he had a bar and everything.
explain to me. I said, explain to me how that works. He said, Robitussin thins your mucus. He said, your semen is full of mucus. And he said, so you get your mucus thinned out. He said, them swimmers will start swimming more.
You're pushing out that clam chowder.
Yeah. And I tell you what, you want to blow a load? Robitussin.
You're like having to hold on. It's coming.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Hold on to something.
It thins it out real good. It about blow you back.
You got lightheaded after.
After 2 or 3 days of taking you get sleepy now. I will tell you that.
I see you're fighting sleep.
You drank a whole, yeah.
It's a race.
It's a race. You try turning into Shaggy and Sleepy at the same time. That's hard.
You're going to have to take over, lady. I'm tired.
Hey, see that?
Challenge accepted, though. I'm going to chug a bottle, go home.
But it worked. But it worked.
Sorry, my wife's named Tara. Tara, we're trying something.
It took, I'd say probably about 2 weeks of doing that every single day.
Isn't there like another thing that you could add to that and it'd be one of those?
Cayenne pepper.
Cocktails, yeah. Like a honey drop or something.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Or the honey whiskey.
What am I talking about?
I could have just saved you 25 grand, though.
What was he drinking?
I wish we'd met a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. Because it really worked. I mean, I know y'all just joked about it and stuff, but it really worked.
Yeah.
Look,
I guess I can't argue with the anecdotal evidence.
Yeah.
The one time.
Right. One time it worked.
probably worked too good because that's where the third one come from.
Yeah.
There's still so much Robitussin in me.
Yeah.
It said, let's finish it off.
What
Honey,
damage is that doing?
How many bottles do we still got in that case?
I'm sure you're on a list, though, for buying all that Robitussin.
Buying about 1,000 bottles off.
I'm living proof that I was just as skeptical or spectacle or however you say that as you guys, but it worked. I thought that doctor was retarded when he said that.
And little Robitussin Jr. are starting basketball this season.
It's cheap. It's $1 a bottle. So,
And it tastes great, makes you feel great.
But what was that stuff called? It was Robitussin. You remember like the Trayvon Martin case, and he was drinking
Syrup. They're calling it scissor.
Yeah,
Scissor up or something.
but it had Robitussin in it, didn't it? It was something like that and codeine that they
Right.
put together, and it would cause them to trip and go on.
Lil Wayne would do it he would use
you're
it.
talking about like the shake stuff that they did. They were talking about it because it was so bad. Kids in school started mixing it.
Yeah, like it was a big deal.
It was shake stuff. I can't remember what it was.
But I mean,
Oh, no.
now I know
Yeah.
Robitussin.
Robitussin works.
So are you live switching back and forth the cameras for
Yeah.
the stream? What software do you use?
Streamlabs.
Okay.
Labs.
I don't want to talk about the boring stuff, but
OBS.
yeah, OBS is what we looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OBS is free. Streamlabs. The reason we do Streamlabs is so we can multi-stream because it
Yeah.
comes with multi-stream.
Yeah, I was trying to early on. We were trying to decide what the podcast was, what format we were going to go with, live stream, stuff like that.
We're going to switch back to OBS.
I guess I'm a control freak because also the edit's so important. My podcast, in my humble opinion, is pretty snappy, but that's not how conversations actually work.
Right.
Right.
So if there's a or ponder, that's out. It just sounds like question answer, and I think it makes it more watchable.
It does. It definitely does. But we've already paid for a year subscription with this Streamlabs, so we're going to use it.
No, we still record, and then we'll make our short form, content.
Yeah.
Yours is like 30-minute content by the time you're done editing. Ours is 2-hour live.
Yeah.
And we've got questions, and one of the questions we've got is, do you own anything in Williamsburg?
Yeah, we get that question a lot.
Yeah.
I believe in Williamsburg as far as a place to invest, but we don't own anything there.
Yeah.
No, the Davenports have a lot in Williamsburg.
Danny and Jamie.
Jamie, yeah. They have
Yep.
a lot.
Yep. Shout out
done a lot
to
of business
Jamie.
with
He lives in Texas now, but
So I've done real estate for a couple years. I'm still a licensed realtor, but I'm thinking I'm just going to let it go.
what do you do for your agent?
Yeah, I'm just now really getting familiar with Danielle. She's kind of struggling a little bit, but she's,
Who holds your license, Sean?
no, I started with Sean.
Hmm.
That's when I first come in. I started with Sean Rogers, and then I moved to Reliance One Realty
Yeah.
under Darren. Darren's a great guy.
Darren's
and all
great.
That, but real estate, man, it's a roller coaster. When you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down.
Most people don't approach it like a full-time business, not job, business. And so with business, you got to focus on your promotion, your marketing, your everything. It's just you got to invest in it. Most people think they go into real estate to get your license. They're just making money. They don't think about all the money you have to spend just on software, on all the things you have to do the job. And so I think that's where a lot of people fail. They're like, it costs like $5,000 a year minimum to be an effective realtor, and most people don't have it, and so they can't do it.
Yeah.
So we try to set up our agents with all the software and all that stuff that costs money up front, just to make sure that they're not failing just because they don't have the right tools.
But see, my first year and a half, I was a full-time real estate agent. I didn't have no day job. That was my day job.
Well, you can just look around the Corbin, London, Barville, Williamsburg market and realize you can't make a living as a residential realtor. There's not enough transactions.
There's not.
And so, but I knew that going in.
my problem. A family of 5. I was the bread and butter of the family. I was the only one with the income. So, trying to keep my house bills going, my kids fed, me and my wife fed, and trying to keep my real estate going, it was just too much of a burden. I said, I need supplemental income. So that's why I had to go get a day job.
And the day job grinds down your real estate work.
Yes, it does.
So I recognize that early. Well, because you get a business plan before you do anything. And I was like, we can't make money as residential realtors. You cannot. Even the people that act like they are very, very busy, they're just probably paying their bills.
Well, what irritated me the most in real estate is you have so many realtors that don't care to learn. They just go in, they'll say whatever, they'll do whatever, and they're not knowledgeable on anything.
Right.
And it irritated the far on me. I'm like, I just wanted to look at them in the face and say, you're stupid. I was like, I don't even think ethically and legally you can even do that. But here you are doing it, and you're getting by with it. So kudos to you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strength in that where, like, the fake it till you make it type attitude. But at some point, you got to actually learn the craft.
Yeah. Well, and that's my thing. Everything I get into, I want to learn it. I sink a lot of time in just learning, and then I feel like I get to a point to where I've learned more than a lot of other people, and then I start getting mad at them people because I realize how stupid they are.
We were tired of giving real estate agents 6% of all of our purchases, and we were buying like crazy. So that's why I got my real estate license, to capture the 6% commission. I mean, if I'd gotten my license back in 2016 when we started, we would have saved $300,000 or $400,000 just in commissions. But now we're capturing all that, and I'm not even selling the real estate anymore. I'm a broker now, so I just hire agents, and they just do 99% of their work is just me and my brother going out buying a house, flipping it, or represent one of our investors, buying for them, and then we manage 140 doors. That's the industry term, but that might be a house, apartment. But we manage 140 doors for investors in the area, and what we do is we find a buy opportunity, we send it to our investors. They buy it, and then all of a sudden that's another door we manage. So that's how we've grown that so fast.
That's what I wanted to get into,
and our
property management.
And our we've got that's its own animal, but most of our work is because of our investor group, and so plus my brother and I are buying like crazy as well. The flips, and so my agents will see a house on the market, they'll present it to me. We'll do our due diligence and make an offer most of the time. And then if the agent brings me a house and we buy it, they make money, so they're incentivized.
Yeah.
So I mean, what is the prime example of a place that you would buy? Because I've had people tell me, they're like, "Oh, we're thinking about selling." I was like, "Talk to those Freemans, they're buying everything. Talk to those Freemans, they're buying everything."
Yeah.
So, I mean, if somebody had a double wide on 4 acres of land, is that something you guys would be interested in? Or?
Yeah, what we do with every single deal, whether it's $100,000 or $2 million, is we go and see what's the market value, and then how cheap can we buy it?
Right.
So that's the game. If we can buy it cheap enough and sell it for more money, we'll do it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why didn't you guys buy that trailer out there on Park Hill, just right in behind the Mega Mart?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it sell?
I think it's still available.
No, we tried. I reached out to the agent 3 times. They're in Berea. There's no lockbox on the door. I went by and looked at it.
It's bank owned.
Right.
I do know that.
Yeah,
and then I seen this a few weeks ago. They dropped the price down to like $29,000 or something like that.
2 weeks ago, I walked around it. I tried to break in. I got a window open, so I was able to look in.
You're live.
Well, no, it's a complete gut job. I tell you that. But for $29,000,
If I'm in a location, I'm getting in.
for $29,000, you
It's
turn
illegal,
around, put
but-
$50,000 in it, turn around, sell it for $150 easy.
Certainly more than what they've got it listed for. Probably 40 is what it's worth. We'd buy it for 12 to 15,000, and then we list it for 50 and sell it for 40, and that's what we do over and over and over, rinse and repeat. We've done that 28 times this year.
You don't renovate them and then flip them.
Don't touch them.
You don't touch them.
We do the obvious thing. If there's fleas, we flea bomb.
Well, that one's a complete gut job. You'd have to renovate it to make money.
No, let someone else renovate it. There's value in it. Obviously, it's worth something. The land might be worth something. Maybe the land's worth 20. So if we evaluate it like that, we'll pay $12,000 and sell it for 20. We'll make $8,000 and dance.
My opinion is that land is not worth 20
but
at
you
all.
don't have to touch it. So
you get into trouble when you start touching things.
Yeah.
You start discovering all the surprises.
Get upside down
Quickly.
Man could go in there, $50,000, fix that place up, very livable, and then sell it for $150.
Yeah, do it. I want you to.
Do it.
Finance it, and I'll do it. I'll make it happen.
We've just done it so many times and failed. So that's why we're just happy with our $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 win. Rinse, repeat. Do that 5 times a month, and
there's $40,000-$50,000.
Yep.
And we've done that 28 times so far this year.
So that's
and
nice.
this is our first year doing the flips. In the past, we were buying and holding. But we were tired of just being broke all the time because, you put the down payment money down. Great, you got the house, then you got to remodel it, takes more money. Then you just got to constantly maintain it, just keep your tenants happy. We just never had any money. the rent came in, and then the rent goes out to banks and maintenance. So we couldn't really do the flips effectively because it's so expensive to just maintain what we have. So that's why what we did was we raised an investor fund. So I'm not even using my own money anymore. What we do is we use investor money, and then if we make a profit on the sale, we split it with the investment fund.
So the pause, you had to think of legal how to say that? Or? Okay.
Yeah, because we're not under the SEC yet, but it's close. We don't. There's certain things I can say and can't say.
Right.
We are not offering. Don't ask to give me money. We can't. No, I get asked once a week. Someone's like, "Let me give you $50,000," and I'm like, I can't. We're not trying to grow. We're not trying to do a fund. It's
It's not like an index fund or anything like that. Where
the opposite.
Yeah. So,
As far from that as possible, SEC. No, I mean we got to keep it simple with that. But yeah, we people offer to give us money all the time. Like, let me give you $50,000. Can you make it 100? I'm like, I can, but we are happy. We got enough money, so we have more money than we can spend. We just need more deals. That's why we're able to buy cash.
Yeah.
So, and there was a problem we solved last year. We're like, these deals because we're in the game so hard. There's a house, just like you're saying, you see something, you know that you can make money off of it if you had the money. So I was like, all right, well, how do we get money? Banks are too slow and annoying. I shouldn't say that either. I love our banks, great partners.
But you're telling the truth.
It might take 3 months to close on a deal. That's way too long.
And then all the closing costs and the red tape that you got to jump through.
Yeah. So, like, what should we do? So we started putting out feelers. We go to property conventions 3 times a year all over the country to learn more about investing, property management. We're like, we got a great opportunity in Corbin. We are very plugged in. It's a small community. People know us. We know them. Give us money. And so we met with several guys that were like, we'd love the idea. We'll give you some money. And we picked one guy that was the most hands-off. He's like, here's the cash. Let me know if you need more. And so we've been using his money since last November. And it's been a great partnership. We've not had one loss yet. But we're very conservative. Like you said, certainly you could probably buy that house for 20, put 50 in it, maybe make 100, 120. But it's risky when you do the renovations yourself. We're happy to make the quick, easy, lower wins, the low-hanging fruit, and it's worked out for us. We might have a podcast next year this time, and my strategy is completely different because market changes, things happen. But for right now, that's what we do. And what the promise is, if you come to me and say, buy my house, we can close next week. Give you $50,000 next week. The slow part is the attorneys, title search, and then just producing the deed. If they could do a title search and create a deed in one day, we'd close in one day. So that's the benefit.
I have done it in 3 days before.
I've not. The quickest closing I've ever done is 7, which we do regularly. That's what we're doing now. We have a great attorney in town, Jamie Tumal, on Master Street.
Yep.
She's getting really good. She's a young attorney, though. I met her at New Year's Eve party last year right out of law school, and I was telling her, we're dealing with these banks and bank attorneys, and they're busy and they don't close fast. She's like, well, if I learn it, will you guys use me? I'll give you every closing we got. And we've done that all this year. I mean, she's made a lot of money off us, and she's made us happy because it's making us look good. These people, when they say we need to close next week, they need to close next week because they're losing their house or whatever. They got big money problems.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's worked so well. I didn't mean to go down the investor rabbit hole, but
that's fine. It's good knowledge.
I don't know. I just worry it's too dry. I want this to be fun.
There's a lot of people that's actually interested in that. And that's because a lot of people have questions when they see Freeman's properties, right? They have all these questions on, he's driving a Cybertruck. He's got all this money, and they get a lot of assumptions in, so it's good to kind of get that out to
I think it's good to point out the fact that it's not just buying houses. Like you said, these people are selling houses because they need money right away.
Right.
You are possibly saving something for them.
We are solving a problem.
Right.
In those situations.
And so it's not just trying to get your hands on everything. It's just also trying to help people.
And it's not that you're going in there forcing them either.
We want them to list it with us. That's the best case scenario because there's zero risk in that. Right. We don't have to put any money up. If it sells, we make our commission. We're happy. But in those situations where we can get them to let us buy it at a price where there's a safe margin, then we will do that. But we say no 9 times out of 10. We probably buy 1 out of 10 leads for different reasons. Some people reach out with no problem. They're just curious what we'd offer. And we're happy to do that. But we're happy to do that because we're hoping that once our foot's in the door, we can convince them to let us list it. Okay, yeah, your house is worth $250. We'll offer you $175, or we can list it. We're the number one marketing firm in the area by far. I say that with confidence. When we have a house, we are screaming it from the top of the mountain. We're doing reels, we're doing walkthroughs. It's funny how these things make you think of other things. There's no reason why I don't spend 30 seconds on every podcast and just put up every house I've listed. Just there's no reason I don't do that. In fact,
there's other podcasts in the area too that you can sponsor with too, and
like us.
I could throw some really good ads up for you that you could just send me pictures every week, and I can your house feature every week.
And see what we do too when it comes to our sponsorships. If we get a realtor, you're the only realtor. If another realtor comes up and says, "Hey, I want you to sponsor me," sorry, you're out. We already have one.
And we just had a realtor, but then they backed out. They couldn't do it again.
Yeah, I understand.
It's tough. No, you should probably understand this. Is when you do any type of marketing in real estate, there's no really quick turnaround. You got to let it play out. You got to, you're not going to see a $10,000 payout in 1 month.
Maybe 6 months.
Yeah, maybe 6 months, exactly. Well,
in the residential game,
most they want to see that quick turnaround. Mm-hmm. Real estate, you're in it for the long run, not the short run.
Right. I mean, unless you're buying houses and flipping them.
Unless you.
And I knew going in, there's no money in that.
Mm-hmm.
We do a market report bi-weekly. One of my manager, Rothio Gonzalez, she runs my realty office. She's brilliant. But she just did the market share, like each realtor in the area. It's like Sean Rogers, Chris McCard, the guys that are just out there just kicking ass.
Heavy hitters, yeah.
Yeah, and Chris, year to date, has by far the most closings. He's top of the list, but Sean's top 5 as well. But after like the top 5, they take 80% of the market. The bottom 20% is shared by these realtors that have maybe 1 or 2 closings in the whole year, and it's just 1% market share, 1% market share, and it's shared by 100 realtors. So really, unless you're in that top 5 in the area, you're not eating.
Right.
In the residential world. Of course, Chris is in some commercial, but
especially in this area. Right?
That's what I'm talking about. Just where we live. Yeah. So,
but even Chris has a good strategy. Him and Sean, they partner a lot. I know they use their own funds and buy properties too, and they flip them too. So they're just not doing residential real estate for a company; they're doing it for themselves too.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know them very well.
I mean, I don't know him very, very well, but I know he can be a douchebag too. Chris can.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
I will, and I wouldn't care to tell him to his face.
I've never experienced that side of him, but we've honestly never been.
Well,
we've never done one deal together.
What done me is when I was getting my license, I was talking to Chris.
Do we need a disclaimer, Ronnie? Could you give a disclaimer?
Warning.
Hold on. Let's get a disclaimer before Jericho starts.
I don't have my disclaimer.
What's the disclaimer say?
Well,
fast forward.
His disclaimer
this ain't too bad.
Jericho's thoughts are not necessarily the thoughts of
shared among everybody.
Yeah, again, everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has a butthole. So when I was getting my license, I was talking to Chris, and I was telling him how my journey was and stuff. And he said, well, when you get licensed, he said, get up with me, and he said, I'll bring you on. I'll help you come on. We'll get you started.
Yeah, it's promising.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, I've already got, I got a goal now. Getting my license and getting back up with Chris, and he was. And
he's as good as they come as far as the realtor.
Yeah, and he's like, look, I can't, he said, I can't do everything for you. He said, but I don't care to give you some breadcrumbs and stuff and help you get going. I said, that's all I need. Somebody to get me on that track, and the rest is mine. Well, I got licensed, reached back out to him. I was like, hey, I got my license stuff. I'm ready to. I said, I need somebody to sign these papers. You know how you have to have a broker sign your papers and all this? I was like, I need somebody to sign these papers now so I can get started. He said, I'm not your daddy. I can't do everything for you. He said, you're going to have to do it yourself. I was like, what?
You based all your last 6 months of plans on that promise?
Yeah, I was like, what changed here, guy? I was like, where's this come from? I said, what did I do to tick you off? And I was like, you know what? Screw you too.
So that's when you signed up with
No, I signed
Sean.
with Sean at first.
Yeah, Sean.
I just walked in his office and I was introduced myself. I was like, hey, I just got licensed. I need a broker. Will you take me on? He said, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's the best. I really like Sean.
I do too. Sean's a great guy. I have nothing bad to say about Sean. But Chris, he really got on my bad side.
Go ahead.
There's a disconnect with Freeman Brothers and the local realtors as well. You'd think that there'd be people messaging us like crazy, be like, hey, we'd love to join your team. Not one. Never. No one ever asked. I'm trying to figure out what the disconnect is. I wonder if maybe I worry that people think that we're like douchebags or something.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's the persona, right? You seem unapproachable when you're out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine,
I mean, it's if we're being honest, it does, because you've got that look. You know, you normally, because I've seen you walking, downtown and stuff, and going to the restaurants or get something to eat or whatever, and it's you walk with importance. It's you're walking with,
I'm running between meetings.
yeah. So it's kind of standoffish, right? And that would be.
You think that's a barrier for people in realty that want to reach out?
For newer agents and stuff, but I don't think it'd be for a broker.
The only reason I went with Sean is because after Chris done what he done, I was just driving down the road and I was like, I need a broker, and then I look up and I see Sean Rogers.
We got the biggest sign on Main Street though.
Yeah.
But you should make it that block further down.
It just clicked in my head, and I look up and I see Sean Rogers. I'm like, let's see it. Let's give him a try.
But yours also says properties too.
We're still known as the rental property company.
Yeah.
And now the We Buy Houses company, which is all beautiful, but we are a realty company, and we would take on agents. Because I can say that because it wouldn't be me. My poor realty manager, Rothio, would have to manage them, but she's really good. We only have 2 agents. We're and with all the work we're doing. Obviously, our property manager has his real estate license, but
I think I met both of your agents because when I was looking for RJ's beef jerky, I went to you guys looking for stuff.
For space. Yeah.
So
you probably talked to Thomas or Rothio.
Yeah, well, I did. I talked to Thomas. He's the one with the accent.
He's from England, yeah.
Yeah, British accent. Talked to him. First, we were looking at the one by Mr. Getty's spot there, and then
it used to be a Dollar General
at the end of the bypass, which I'd met you there at the one at the end of the bypass. It was the female. She had the accent too.
Yeah, Rothio.
Yeah,
she's from Spain.
But both of them were great. It was just that one had a raccoon infestation. I'm like, that won't go good with beef jerky. But we were going to put zone perception in that one.
Yeah, fortunately, we got those places rented. But unfortunately, we've had to go international for a lot of all of our agents are from other countries, unfortunately. Well, it's worked out because they're highly skilled. But
yeah, but they're good, though.
Yeah.
Thomas worked hard for me.
It gives it an exotic flavor, don't it?
Not on purpose.
Well, she did a lot of. She would send me all kinds of stuff asking if this would work for RJ's and if this would work. And we did go look at a couple for the jerky and zone perception where we were going to put our family entertainment center. She did. It was just they were not in ideal locations.
So it's all right. One last thing I want to say, and then we can change gears. We have Josh Reynolds as one of our other agents, and we have another agent. One comment: they're just getting started. They're not making a lot of money yet. They're building up their work. But the comment they've gotten almost like every few weeks is, "Oh, you're working at Freeman Brothers. You must be making a lot of money."
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, well, if that's the perception out there among realtors, other realtors made that comment. I was like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? or at least have the conversation. Instead, just make a comment. It wasn't negative. It wasn't like a snide remark. It was like, "Oh, you must be doing really well." I was like, so that's why I'm trying to figure out. I mean, obviously, you're probably on something with maybe the approachability.
Yeah.
I don't know how to solve that. If you guys have some ideas, I'm open.
Well, you drive a Cybertruck and walk around in a suit all the time.
Oh yeah, that.
And the biggest sign on
The
Main
biggest thing
Street.
with realtors around here, and this last thing I'm going to say about them, is there's a lot of secret agents. It's agents that don't make themselves known, you know. And that's the biggest flaw that so many agents around here have.
You're going somewhere like cooler with that sentence at the beginning. I thought you meant like these agents that are making it, they were doing a killing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're secret. They're secret.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not putting themselves out there at all.
Yeah, that's why we call them secret agents, because no one knows they're an agent.
That's a cool derogatory term.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite
That
work.
doesn't sound so bad when you say
That
it.
sounds pretty cool.
Right. I thought he was talking about there was going to be some that try to sneak in and learn
Yeah.
what you're doing and steal your customers and
They're
stuff.
secret because no one knows they're an agent.
I think we should come up with a better term.
Yeah.
Maybe like shy agents.
Pricks. Maybe
so-
that way you just know exactly what
How-
you're talking about.
How uncomfortable do you want to get? How uncomfortable can you get?
Very.
All right, then.
My shame level is.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, is this?
Whoa.
No.
There's got to be a vote and everything. Let's not do that to him.
Let's do it.
No.
We got to
It's not
vote
fair.
first,
There's
though.
got to be a vote.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
we got to vote.
We got
Everybody's
5
been
minutes.
asking for
We
the
got
vote.
7 people watching right now. 5 minutes.
No, there's more
What's
than
the
7.
order?
There's 10.
What's the order?
Me 1, you 2, Ronnie 3,
And him.
and Barrett 4.
Barrett 4. All right, everybody vote 4. So this is, what do you call this, Will?
I call it the Wheel of Death. That's what I call it.
No, you called it something else last week, and it was really good. The Wheel of Misfortune.
That's it.
The Wheel of
The
Misfortune.
Wheel of Misfortune. So on here,
It's got a bunch of just crazy
some
stuff
of
you got to
it's-
do.
Some of it's come off.
That you've not had to do.
So
don't intend
I'll
on
read
doing
some.
it.
My fan club will always be here.
I'll go
though,
ahead and read
choose
some of
me
these for you.
every
So that
time.
way you know
Mentally
what
prepared.
you can possibly get yourself into. So you got post an awkward selfie right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's every selfie ever posed. So
This is
I've done that twice today already.
I was going to post some out there of Billy and Tara and I, and we were trying to do it, and we were looking, and the sun was in the background, and Tara's like, we need to turn around with the sun in our face. And I'm like, as soon as we do, I can't see. It is the most awkward.
we got take your socks off and wear them on your hands.
Okay.
Unlock your phone and show your Google history.
Be a lot of porn on there.
I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Want to
that.
see my tags?
Answer all questions by barking like a dog for 5 minutes.
Jessica's voted too.
Challenging.
Stand on one leg for 3 minutes. Give 5 Bigfoot mating calls.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And that's periodically throughout the rest of the show. You ain't got to do them all 5 at once.
That's when the others call on it.
Read your last text message.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm here with these idiots. No sugar.
That'd be brutal. Time to waste the next 2 hours of my life.
Well, I told Ronnie because it was getting close to 7 and you wasn't here. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if he didn't come and then posted, we're too good for the No Sugar Code podcast. I would die laughing. Like I would have thought that was the most funny thing ever.
That would have started like I was talking about our little
The banner back.
We're
and forth.
literally walking distance from each other. We go to Hardee's before every show. I said, we're right here. So,
Gosh, don't let Tara and Billy on, and don't let them ride on that thing. They could come up with some just monstrous.
Yeah.
they could.
Well, that's what we want, though.
well, there is a question mark for the chat. The chat
Yeah,
gets
there
to
is a
pick.
question mark.
And Billy was
Here.
on the chat last week and voted for me.
Billy's clever but devious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable saying that because he's proud of it.
He kind of
He has all these ideas that you can never actually put into use because they're just wild or illegal, but they just flow out of him. And
right.
like half the time he said this once a week since I've met him. One time on your podcast, I want to get someone so mad that they fight me. I was like, what benefit to anybody?
Jericho says, though, and I'm like, what does it?
I don't know. I don't say I want to get them so mad they fight me. I said if they fight me, I'm down for it. That's the difference.
It doesn't benefit.
Billy's wanting to intentionally get somebody mad. I'm just saying, if they do and it happens, I'm not going to run from it.
I just don't know why he romanticizes that idea. There's no upside. Worst case scenario, he gets beat up. I don't know.
Right.
Best case scenario, he beats up somebody else. It's not good.
I think
Right.
I know where he's going. You know, he actually, like, deep down, there is a satisfaction in it with him.
Sure.
I feel that, you know, same way. Like, I don't want to fight, but if I did, I would get too excited. You know, it's just hard to explain.
Yeah, but see, Billy is not that persona, right? He's not.
Neither am I don't think.
Well, I mean, you're a little bit bigger than Billy, you know.
But Billy's pretty tough. He does that redneck brawl commentating,
Yeah.
and at the weigh-in, they had one in August. The weigh-in, he ended up having to hit a guy because the guy was getting too excited at the weigh-in and was getting really aggressive and like started swinging. And Billy punched him one time and knocked him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for them little dudes.
he's not little.
He's not that little.
He's 6'1".
He's
I mean, he's not like a gym rat, but I mean, he's
bigger than what I thought he was. But
you know, I'm 5'10" with heels on, so I'm not trying to fight anybody.
All right,
but
so
now that's the thing with.
I guess I'm it.
But
I'm also-
Billy's just so humble though in real life.
No,
He
he's so
doesn't have
nice. He's a Labrador.
that. Yeah.
So you won, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody's purposely put number 2.
Oh, I didn't think.
So what happens if it lands on question mark?
The guest gets to tell me what to do.
Gosh, I hope it does.
I hope it does too.
Yeah, that would.
Hope it
be-
does too.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and spin it. Let's get this going.
Well, it looks like the stream might be frozen.
That was internet buffer.
Oh, okay, so they can still see.
What's that say?
Answer
All the questions.
by barking like a dog barks or whatever.
How do you do that?
I think that's lame.
Yeah,
I
okay, I
agree.
got the question mark.
Yeah,
Give him the question
because
mark.
all of a sudden,
Answer questions barking like a dog.
I think
great point, Jericho.
once or twice.
was
Once
the-
or twice. Yes, sir.
That's the smartest thing you said today. Good joke.
So the guest gets to tell me what to do.
Who is the guest? Show him a shout out.
The ones commenting right now, we got.
I thought this is the guest.
Oh, I'd love to.
You get to tell me?
That's the guest.
I thought the commenter.
Okay,
My brain went to comment.
Yeah, my brain went to that too. So me
This
and him
is
was
the
gonna say-
guest. These are the
Okay,
people.
so
commenting.
you get to say what I do.
You get to set the dare.
You get to set the. Yeah, and I wouldn't call it a dare.
The control freak in me is so happy.
So,
All right.
think hard about it.
No, I don't have to think hard at all. You got to do the. You got to do the rest of the podcast with your shirt off.
He's got.
Bam!
Ah,
Jericho loves having his shirt off. in
yeah.
fact.
See, you picked the wrong one for that. He's like,
Bert Kreischer in it the rest of the time.
He's like, all right, yeah, I'd love to do that. Thank you.
I wanted to do something playful and not too mean.
Yeah.
Well,
Because also I don't know anything about you, so
you got to go a little harder than that with me.
I promise the next time I will. But my brain went to to call people because that can be super intrusive, and
No, because we got Bluetooth.
yeah,
can
we
do it
called
right over.
somebody. We've got our headphones. We called somebody last week.
I'm saying like it could be intrusive for like you, like I don't know your life, like
Yeah.
call your wife and say something, or call your mom and dad and say
All right,
something.
so
Or,
you, you see Billy every week.
I do.
I'm a replica of him.
Okay.
That just
But
One mine.
we've got on there. Call your fifth contact,
Uh huh.
and then try to.
Oh my gosh, here's my fifth contact.
Yeah.
It's an A. I know.
Right?
So,
that's mine. I got
one,
like 500
2, 3,
contacts.
4, 5. Oh my gosh. 2, 3, 4, 5. The biggest douchebag on the planet
And then talk about Bigfoot.
that was in my brother's grade in law school.
Yeah.
I think secretly he just wanted to see my tits.
Yeah. He said he just made Jericho's night. Because Jericho loves.
He's over here
He does
flexing.
this all the time.
That's hilarious.
Jericho loves it. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Jericho is anytime we talk about anything. See, we've got Country Cupid. I don't know if you've seen the Country Cupid, Paul. That's what made her TikTok famous. Is Paul's Country Cupid,
That's fun.
So
It is
he
fun.
dresses as Country Cupid and does kind of
Yeah, I've seen, I remember last
Yeah.
few years.
and delivers these
These delicious cupcakes made by
delicious
Fiddle Burgers
cupcakes.
Bakery.
Which, if you haven't had, you'll have some before you leave.
You can pick
Unless
some
you're
with
diabetic.
Booty shorts.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I don't have anything chronic.
Yeah.
Gosh, imagine me allergic. I shouldn't. Imagine me like allergic to peanut butter or something. I mean, there's no way to live.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You're right. That's the world I wouldn't want to live in.
What? Peanut butter?
If I was allergic to peanut
You'd be
butter.
like diabetic
yeah,
or
That's
allergic.
Also, just being diabetic, these kids that have it and they have to wake themselves up in the middle of the night to check their blood sugar, like at age 10.
Yeah.
At age 10, I wasn't responsible for anything. It's scary. I had
They
to.
get alpha-gal or anything like that too. That would be horrible, especially for like me, beef jerky guy. Can't do it.
Shut you down.
Yeah, but we talked about Billy and them, and Tara last night was talking about having some cocktails at the podcast at the studios first. I said, well, we actually have a thing yet. We just haven't got it filled up yet.
Ooh.
Cleaned up.
Man, if I was a really good podcast guest, I would have brought like a bottle of bourbon just as
Yeah.
a thank you for inviting me on.
Then we could have filled it up and we could all had a drink together.
And we've got a cigar.
That does have a cigar in it, right?
Damn it.
Let me.
Yeah.
So what type of law do you do?
I do car wreck law. It's called torts. But anytime somebody gets hurt and there's insurance behind it, we file an insurance claim and negotiate it. So
So like the hammer.
exactly like the hammer. I was supposed to have the hammer on my podcast last month. He canceled the night before.
Right.
They had a big death case come up, and he's like, "It's all hands on deck. I'm sorry." I was like, "I understand completely," but the hammer was going to be on, and I was so excited for that.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of fun.
We're going to reschedule, but it's going to be in the spring
That
sometime.
guy's got like the worst luck ever, though. Did he get hit by a car or something? And
He was on a bike working out on the road and got run over. A car ran a stoplight and hit him, broke his neck. Had to have surgery,
Why he
fusion.
did all that, right? Started.
This has been. He was already pretty famous.
Oh,
for,
okay.
yeah, I think he brags about having the most billboards in the state.
He has
As an
to.
attorney.
He has to.
Daryl Isaacs has billboards everywhere.
Even in Corbin, he's got.
Yeah.
I can count 3 or 4 off the top of my head. He's got one right by KFC,
Yeah.
like Cherry Hill, and right past. Yeah, he's got one in 25. Yeah, he does a great job. I've never met him in person. Have you guys ever met him?
No.
Yeah, he was in the same year in law school with my Uncle Brad, so him and Brad know each other
Right.
pretty well. But like well enough that like if they saw each other in public, they'd come up and say hi. But
Right.
I was excited for that one.
So, if you don't mind me asking, who all do you got? And I'm not trying to give away your podcast either. Ask you to, but do you got some pretty big names playing coming up pretty soon? Or
Yep.
that's awesome.
So the biggest one that I can talk about is Cassie Teague. She was on Netflix, The Circle.
Oh.
I had her on her first episode came out a week ago. So Billy's known in Kentucky. Cassie's known in the world because of Netflix. And if you don't watch reality TV, you guys know who she is. But if
See, I know Tammy, her mother.
okay, so you actually know her in life.
Yeah, Tammy, her mother, a nurse practitioner, and when she did the circle, we actually baked the cake for her. They had like a big coming home. Man, you distracted me. Would you just stop with your tits? Would you just stop with your tits?
It's impressive. He's not stopped since his shirt's been off.
It's like
It's kind of like a workout.
quit. Say smut. Man.
He was looking-
It's serious.
I mean, my pants are getting tight.
Family podcast here. Come on.
Your head was on film.
Yeah. And then I just see something bouncing out of the corner of my eye over here, and I look and it's you.
I didn't realize what I'd done. Create a monster.
But we did the cake for which they did like this welcome home party for or whatever. I'd ask her to come on the show too, and I never got anything back from her or Tammy. They never messaged me back, but she's doing like an ice cream truck or something too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a side hustle, but her main hustle is TikTok lives. I think she's making a living doing it.
I know that she's an influencer. She gets all kinds of stuff sent to her all the time to try.
Yeah, she's got some brand deals. So she's doing really, really well. But anyway, we're going to do a series of she's going to be kind of like a co-host.
That'd be awesome.
So we just finalized our deal. So, But
You're gonna have every influencer in the state.
I would get any
Hanging out with
influence.
you.
Well, it's about, you have to have enough influence. I wouldn't get, I don't know, like for example, like minimum 3 million followers across socials, then we would talk. Billy has right at 3 million. His little partner Tara is right at 1 million across all socials, but she's so talented and funny. And not to give you guys advice, but you need a girl.
Yeah.
You just need one. I mean, I don't know how you find one. And just like you guys, except for my wife, I'm not really surrounded by a lot of women that I can put on camera.
Right.
So how do you find it? At first, I had this little 19-year-old girl, Melissa, who I dragged on here, and she hated it. She worked for our company, and I was just like, all right, get in front of the camera with me. And that helped. Like, I saw a boost because, people stopped scrolling on pretty girls. But she just wasn't a natural on camera. Beautiful, but she just was like, yes, on camera. What do I do with my hands?
Right.
So I finally found Tara Paget, who is just a gem. She's so relaxed. She's doing
Quick with it, too.
She's doing half the questioning.
Oh yeah. She was real active yesterday. Even with Perry Music Group, she was very active.
It's a gift because it just, sometimes I purposely didn't talk to you for a second before, because if I start talking to the guest before, I'll ask the questions I'm curious about.
We do that all the time.
And then it ruins it for the live or when you're recording, because then I don't care about the answer anymore because I know or I don't ask the question when I need to.
Right.
So I just avoid the guests as much as I
Get on to
can.
them all the time for that. What's that? Wanting to talk.
Billy's bad for it too. I'm like, Billy, save this for the camera.
I'm like you. I will purposely sit here and say nothing.
Yeah.
Until these cameras are rolling.
I make introductions, but then they'll, like, if Ryan did a great job, he just got in, hopped on the couch, we pressed record, but we didn't even do an intro. Like, he pulled his beef jerky out, and we just started chowing down.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
There's no intro needed for beef jerky.
Well, what's good is I can, because mine's not live, I can splice that through the interview. So we can be talking about something interesting, but I can cut to Billy eating it, but while the audio's still going, and it'll seem like we're eating the whole time when we did 90% of the eating in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. But we needed a camera on the producer girl her first day.
Yeah.
She got that first bite of the hot and spicy.
Yeah, she was going, like, her reaction was wonderful. And I was like, why didn't she? Well, she's 17-year-old high school girl, but also that was her first day.
Yeah. I don't think she expected it to be that hot. So.
And also,
you have to, Leanne.
And if another piece of unsolicited advice for you guys is Corbin does have the work study program. So it's like this girl that I just got to be a little producer. It's free. And she wants to learn about media, podcasting. So yeah, she just sits there right now. She's just sitting there, but soon she's going to be doing some of my edits. I'm going to slowly roll out stuff. I have her till May.
But that's through
Corbin
school hours, so too, right?
No, any hours, but they have to do 30 hours a month, minimum.
Right.
And I have to sign a form saying that they can work as long as you need, and it's all, as long as you agree, and you're not being a monster.
Because I was thinking, ours Monday and Fridays.
She could be here right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like she was at our studio till 6:30 the other night.
Oh yeah.
Or however late we went.
Yeah. We went till about 5.
Okay.
5:30.
Yeah, but school ends at 3, so
right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but the work site, it's win-win. This is a cool environment. They're learning about the cameras. They're problem solving, getting to know you guys. It's just really, there's no downside. I'm gonna have her. She's gonna be chasing me around Kentucky for the next 6 months.
So what made you take your podcast on the road? Was that just something to change things? Like I've seen you in like the Wrigley and is it Folktale and all these and Shay's down here.
Yep, Seasons.
So what made you decide to do that? Is just kind of change things up, or does it just kind of personalize things a little better? Like if you're sitting down eating with somebody, or somebody's watching you eat, it kind of changes the dynamics of the room, right? Trying
to address the douchebag stuff, that unapproachability. Also, it's what I like to do. I like to eat food.
I'll tell you what, do it. Take your shirt off.
Yeah. Just start diving in. I love eating. I love going to restaurants. So it was a marriage of what I like to do anyway. With getting to know, you get to meet the managers, the staff. They get to know you. So it was community outreach. That was the number one thing.
That's what I was saying. We start doing at least once every quarter, right? We
Yeah,
go
we were
take
talking
it
about
to
doing
the
like
community.
It's free. It's free advertising.
Yeah.
They love it. They love having you. It's exciting for the restaurant because you got your camera set up. People are there eating, and they're what's going on. You know,
Right.
they probably know what's going on with me because they probably seen some of our stuff. But
Right.
you know, it's still cool. We'll even have people.
Saying that like they wouldn't know what we're doing, but
I just don't know how much you guys get recognized outside. I knew who you guys were just because you're the only other podcast in town.
we're not though.
The only one I know. So
Nathan Brown.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Nathan?
Wow.
Wow.
I know that's your first one.
You're the first person I know that don't know Nathan Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I meet people all the time, but tell me about Nathan Brown.
He owns Fat Butts, the pork,
The John Evan Jacks.
John Evan Jacks, and all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know those restaurants either.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, he's not been heavily podcast.
I know John Evan Jack's restaurant, but I don't know the owners or I don't know anything.
Yeah. So he's not consistent with his podcast though. So
You guys are the one. You're the one that I'm aware of, and I
That's
pay
good.
I pay
That's
attention.
That's because we try to stay consistent.
You
like
have to.
do.
right.
You know, we're posting on 4 different platforms twice a day.
Same.
Going live twice a week.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, not live, but yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to do it, but that's what I was telling you. It's all about Corbin, anyways. You know, I mean, we might as well work together instead of because there's others in Lexington and everywhere else.
There's also enough people.
Oh yeah.
I never thought there was a competition with anyone else. The competition's with yourself. Like, how good a product can you put out? How many people can you reach?
Yeah, we can always help each other. With
Yeah,
that,
I'm happy.
so.
Anytime you guys want to collaborate, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a more the merrier in business because, you know, high tides raise all boats. We've all heard that.
Yeah.
And I do believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling Ronnie earlier today that as far as you go, the only thing I knew of you was, you know, word of mouth from other people. And just like we've talked about, everybody thinks you're stuck up.
Oh, God.
You know? Well,
I hope it's not true. That'd be the
that's
nightmare.
what I was going to say. Like, you've been kind of relaxed and, you know, open-minded this whole show and
Well,
stuff.
you've
so-
been sharp. And
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really.
Thank you.
sharp and
Yeah.
witty.
No,
He even down-dressed a little bit. He unbuttoned one button. so he knows how to let go a little bit.
Well, that's they were a little nervous, I'd say, when I said you was coming on tonight, and that was the thing is they were like, so what is he like? You know, lawyer. You think lawyer and stuff.
Yeah.
The only other lawyer that we have committed, and that's because we know, and I know Shane really well.
Yeah.
Shane Romine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Shane for a long
So
time.
Shane's going to come on the show after football season and be on here too. So,
Yeah.
but that's because Cam's playing football. So, but I know Cam too. But I got to know Cam because Cam was one of my regulars at Zone Perception when we had it open with virtual reality.
So we need to pixelate your tits. That
Yeah.
We don't need to
So,
see
like
those.
moods.
Get Shane on here to take his shirt off.
Yeah.
He's fit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working on it. I'm trying.
Yeah, but Shane did. I don't want to make this about Shane, but he did this really strict diet for like a year and a half, and it just transformed his health, his weight. I was doing CrossFit with him when he's doing it, and it was just it was incredible. He just got that 99 percentile, build. So, man, yeah, he's probably our biggest competition too, and as far as law, he does the same area of law we do. He does car wrecks, so.
But he does a lot of stuff though too.
Yeah, he does more. He does a lot of bank work. He does. Yeah, he does a little bit more.
He's the one that set up my jerky company and does all my
I
stuff.
used him quite a bit to do real estate closings.
I forgot he did that. I need to give him more business, but Jamie's hungry, so I need to stick with her. But she's a 26-year-old lawyer trying to build her clientele.
Shane's busy though. He's got a lot of business.
But just because someone's busy doesn't mean because I have that in me. Oh, they're busy. They don't need my work.
Right.
No, they want it.
Yeah.
So I do try to spread out the love as much as I can. And people start getting a little bit upset when you don't after a while. Like, oh, are they mad at me? Or it's like, no, there's just a lot of people out there, and we try to, mix it up and be fair to everybody.
Sometimes too, you just forget about it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and we're
start using somebody, and it's just natural to keep.
Yeah.
well, we're very sensitive to that because people have said stuff to us like, you don't use this anymore. I was like, it's not that. I promise. It's we'll come back. We'll come back. I promise. But we have conversations internally in our company about that all the time. Like, who are we not using? We need to.
Right.
We do. That's a part of our thought process.
That's similar to ours. We've got a couple of guests that have messaged me. When am I coming back on? Well, I'll get you back on. But and then I'll.
This is secret sauce stuff, but inevitably they are nervous before they come on. They come on, they have a great time. I take care of them. I love on them. The edit's always really favorable. Everybody sounds smart, witty, and they want to come on right back on. And I'm like, yeah, you're just not. No one's that interesting.
Right.
It's rare. And I was like, wait, I got your life story. Now, you want to be a co-host? Like, what do you envision?
Yeah.
And so I have to have uncomfortable conversations sometimes. Like, hopefully we'll work together in the future, but it's going to be a while.
As with these guys, I came on as a guest, and then they invited me back because we started unpacking some other stuff. More to me than jerky, but then that's what they started noticing. And then I'm like, I'm not that interesting. I don't need to come back every time.
This man has done more in one life than most people can do.
Well, I'm 52, so
yeah. Imagine we're 52.
In the military, so I've lived it.
How old are you guys? Let me guess.
Not guess.
Yeah. So, man, you're a tough one because of the beard. Because you've got some grays in it.
Yeah. It's okay, Brown Bear.
Brush the crumbs off a little bit there.
All right, man. I've got a big window for you. Unfortunately, I'm going to say you're 28.
Nope.
How? 33.
He was almost 32.
32, and you're older than him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're older than me.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 43.
I'll be 42.
42.
I'll be 42.
You were tough.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm even a little flattered that you said I don't know if you're as old as I.
Yeah.
That means that window could have been 38 to 43, right? I could have had 5 years there.
If I had a beard, we look exactly the same age.
So there's
because I have grays in mine too. That's why I shave, and because I want clean. I want to look clean.
10 between each of us. So
Yeah.
pretty much. Well, he'll be
TNT
42.
and that's why we're a good dynamic.
So
Well, Jericho just says the most random crap. I mean, really, he is the no sugarcoating. Like
he's like the grenade. Just
you never know what he's going to say. I never know what he's going to say. Like there is a disclaimer,
Right.
whatever Jericho
I had
said.
disclaimers, but Jericho threw them away.
I thought it was a piece of garbage.
I had 2 disclaimers here for Jericho that I could read legally.
I wish I could be more like that. I certainly could. I have it in me. Like if it was beneficial, it's in my toolkit, is what I'm saying. But comedy is also its own set of rules and pitfalls and grenades. And I've just not gone down that road enough to learn where the lines are. And so I have to be very careful.
You got to know how to read people. You got to.
It's not about people. It's about the online. I would hate to hurt my business based on.
They're going to grow on you.
No, like
okay?
I've told Jericho, I said, dude, we have a business here. Be careful about what you say.
Right.
Well,
Couple businesses.
That's why the podcast is after hours. That's why the business don't go on while the podcast is
True, but people watch
Yeah,
the
but
podcast.
people watching associate us with Sugar Boogers and RJs.
Yeah, you'd hate to come across, even funny racist or funny misogynist or something like that, where a lot of jokes are commonly in those fields. Even if you're joking and have the best heart, people will just remember that one thing, or people take it out of context. Or like me, I make one comment 5 years ago, and people still throwing it like in response to something, and people still throwing it at my face.
Well, I don't feel like I'm that bad though. Like, yeah, I crack.
No, I'm saying it could be something not even. It could be something innocent.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden they're using it as ammo.
Like earlier when I said you didn't go deep enough, you didn't blow the balls off. That's. I don't think that was.
I just didn't know what you were talking. I still don't know what it means. I mean, if you want to explain it in detail, I'm ready.
You just opened the door with him.
Grenade.
We're trying to calm it down, and Baird's just.
He's like, here's a little bit of gasoline, Jericho.
So for the viewers, they also don't know.
Yeah, if you want to just go,
Google it.
Let's
What happens?
now, 'cause
Do you guys ever Google yourselves for the podcast?
we do. I Google.
I don't.
Well, we don't Google our podcast, but we'll throw facts up here when we've got guests.
Like analytics and things? Or search SEO stuff?
Stuff and Steve.
Yeah. So right
He
now,
don't, but yeah.
yeah, the podcast is definitely the number one thing. The SEO for me personally, if I type in Barrett Freeman, every once in a while I'll type it in just to make sure like there's not something out there I need to know about. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's not happened yet, but
Our problem with this is the name. When we do the SEO, we got to work on better of the name, because there's another podcast with the same name, and it's about Weight Watching. So
I tried to tag you guys on Facebook with that picture I posted, and it was the other one, and then it was just other stuff, and I couldn't even get to you guys. I even went and followed your page just so I could tag it. It didn't help, so it's just tough.
Well, at least you followed her page.
You what?
I said at least you followed her page.
Well, I'm happy to do it, but also I want to make sure I could tag you guys.
Right.
Because it's about synergy. My stuff helps you, your stuff helps me. What I really like about Ronnie is I'm seeing practices that he's doing on social media that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
He knew how important it was to take a picture with influencers yesterday, posted it, tagged everybody he could. A+ work. I'm doing that too. I did the exact same thing he did, but when he did it yesterday, I waited 24 hours just to give some separation.
Yeah.
And then did mine.
Yeah. I did it on my business page first.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And then I did it on personal.
Your personal page is almost worthless. I wish I could get rid of mine.
Well, my personal is also a business page too. So
My personal is just a waste of time. People message me on there. Mm-hmm. What do you have for rent? I got in a car wreck. We buy my house, and I never check it because it's also the burn in hell stuff. So I don't know if you guys get that yet, but. I'm ruining Corbin and the economy, and
that's the negative comments I was talking about.
Hey, but bad comments is also good publicity.
Yeah, it hurts though.
It does if you're in a service industry, right? Like when we're as far as podcasts, that's fine. Throw the negative comments out there on the TikTok.
Respond to them,
because the algorithm will still share us more. Mm-hmm. But like. Selling cupcakes or beef jerky or property, no. Negative comments start affecting if there's enough of them. Nobody
wants the embarrassing attorney,
right?
Or nobody wants the embarrassing real estate agent. There's just, nobody wants to do business with a jerk. So if I'm perceived, any of us are perceived as jerks or not, or standoffish, that's a barrier.
Yeah.
Business is hard enough without those barriers.
It is. Well, I embrace it. That's why I'm the real OG jerky jerk. I'm the jerk.
That's fun.
So I'll embrace that. But that's part of the branding, though, with ours. Because
do you think that maybe that's the reason why you have Billy on the show, to just kind of give it a little bit of lightheartedness to
that was the strat. No, that was the purpose. Mm-hmm. Billy's expensive.
I mean, you seem very analytical, very sharp, very quick. And then you have that guy on the side,
the Jericho.
The Jericho. The Jericho, where it's like
there's that. It's so valuable. No one wants to see an attorney talk. You could have told me that without the analytics, but the analytics also backed it up. The first 50 episodes, there was no traction because it was me talking about real estate. Mm-hmm. As soon as I added Billy, Tara, everything 10x'd.
Right.
So now I'm looking for the next rung on the ladder, and I think Cassie might be it, just because her reach is more national. And so I'm excited for that project, but you have to have that balance.
What with Billy and Tara after Cassie comes on then?
They'll always be on the podcast, but maybe just not every week.
Okay.
Because Cassie's very busy. She can only do a few. I've proposed 12 episodes, and she's like, no. She's like, there's no way.
So it'd be kind of an alternate once a month for her, and then once a month for Billy, and then get a third influencer.
She's wonderful. I mean, she's a Billy type. They made funny, telling crazy jokes, talking about stuff I would never talk about. But like very relatable. So that's why I'm trying to steal some of the relatability, and so that was the strategy. It's worked, I think.
You mentioned Billy being expensive. So, and I know when we was on the podcast yesterday, he mentioned that he travels an hour and gets $800. Is that normal for Billy?
So it's what I pay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's worth every dollar for us.
Yeah,
we make, because like I said, we've done 28 flips this year. Mm-hmm. It's been from the podcast,
right? So it's worth it, right? Mm-hmm. The advertisement.
Well, like I said, we're paying $4,000 a month for the podcast, but it's 9% of it's influencers. Every once in a while I have to get the sound engineer in to make sure everything is working, so that's the other 10%.
Right.
Or if we do a special, where like we filmed at the Texas UK. We tailgated last Saturday. I had the camera guy there, $280. Yeah,
I'm
What's
a
been your
lot
favorite-
cheaper than that guy.
What's been your favorite episode that you've done? Like if somebody was wanting to go back and watch Property Tales, what was the episode that stuck out most to you that you'd want everybody to see?
the entire catalog.
Yeah. I think you're season 3. Is that what
We're in season 3. Well, obviously season 3 is by far the best season because hopefully every season gets better. You learn more, you get better. Randall Weddle was probably the one that really recently stuck out, put us on the map.
to get it? Like everybody I've tried to get, you've had.
Well, Randall, though, was when we tried to get him, it was right at the time he was getting ready to get voted out. And it was
Well, there's another TikToker that goes on that had been going on some kind of hill about Randall, and then it found out this TikToker was a pedophile.
Oh, the guy I was going to bring on.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, no, that guy's a pedophile.
yeah.
Yeah, don't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh, we can't have him on. And then I called Randall and I said, listen, we're thinking about having him on the show. Wouldn't it be awesome if he got to talking about you and you came on the show?
You can see why that's not attractive, though.
And he's like, because I don't think that I said, well, what about if we called? What if there was a conversation where you just kind of got to stop it?
You're just giving that asshole a platform that it doesn't deserve.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're setting, Randall up for lawsuit then because
Listen,
Is
he
he-
did that, he
he's
did that to
litigious.
himself.
Yeah.
Another podcast before. Or did you see that other podcast he was done that they had sued the podcast and everything else?
I didn't see it, but I read the news about it.
And I think that's the reason why he was maybe gun shy about our podcast because
I'm very sensitive to it too, but as a lawyer, I do know what you can and can't
you
say,
have the guts
and because
to do
it's not live, I can edit.
Yeah.
We with Mayor Edel, we talked about stuff that I was like, that's not making the edit.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Right.
And it didn't, and it ended up being a nice, clean, very good podcast, and it did the best on YouTube of any we've ever done. Because I'm now starting to try to share the YouTube link to Facebook as the first format, and then I release it direct to Facebook like the day after. Right. So I've done that. But yeah, Mayor Weddle, that put me on the map with a lot of people. I've had more people mention that podcast than any. The other big podcast was we did this 19-year-old that won the lottery locally. Yeah. That one was a big one for us. And it changed that kid's life as far as maybe, I want to say fame, but maybe notoriety. He's got face tattoos, really sweet kid, just no guidance whatsoever. But anyway, I had him on, and that was a big one. So
he
probably
didn't
those
win
two.
Much though, dude. It's like 200,000-300,000.
Yeah, but I mean, it's life changing if you're smart with it.
He won
$104,000.
Yeah, he was able to buy him a trailer, and then he bought his mom a trailer.
2 trailers on the same plot.
Yep.
It's really, really smart use of the money. The rest he gambled away at the mint.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. He's broke now, but yeah.
But, joined a long list, huh?
At least he got his place.
Yeah, his places are paid for. But
Curse of the lottery.
But I had him on when he'd already spent all his money. So to get him on, I had to offer him money too. So that's what I have to do. I always reach out and try to get him on for free.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm getting any kind of pushback at all. Oh, by the way, would you do it for $100? And then it just kind of goes up and up and up until they say yes.
Yeah. See, he didn't offer me any money. And he took the cameras away.
Well, just like he said,
I got the T2
he does
eyes.
it. He tries to do it for free first, just like we do.
You're not a good enough
But the
bargainer.
biggest difference is everybody that comes on this show gets the same treatment. We don't change cameras for no one.
My cameras are great. 99% of my podcast is filmed on those cameras. Yeah. And, we just did Evan Grizel, and Evan texted me after the podcast came out. He's a funeral director here in Corbin.
We've had him on the show.
Yeah. So Evan texted me last night. And he said that he watched it with a group of friends, and they all said that they didn't realize that was in Corbin and that the production value was very high. Yeah. And so I think that that's attractive for a lot of people. I think I do get some yeses when. So I reach out, we be on it. If there's pushback, I send them a link to one of my episodes, so that they see it's a high production quality. in my opinion, but I've also heard that. And then sometimes like, oh, I'm very interested. So probably 9 times out of 10, the guests are not paid. But if I get pushback and I think that it's worth it, then I'll throw some money at it.
Right.
But not much. I mean,
And those are that's what I was telling them. I've got the T2i cameras, those Canons.
like with Mary King, like if he wanted me to pay him $400, that would have been a no-brainer. I would have said yes.
Well, we're working on that though too. We're still growing.
Yeah.
Our production quality is going to grow as we grow. Mm-hmm. We gotta get sponsors rolling.
Yeah, your podcast is tied to some businesses. That helps. My podcast is tied to a very big business. We buy houses, but it's truly an investment firm. Mm-hmm. We're taking money and we're making it more, and it's a lot of money. So it's worth investing in the podcast. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do, and it's changed my life.
Right.
It's changed our business.
Now, somebody else got, not to say, but I saw down by where I live, somebody's got a cooler Cybertruck than yours.
Yeah, his name's Greg Spence, and I just met him. It was a Friday night. I was walking out of I was going to Austin City on the Witch Walk, and he was just sitting there on Third Street at the light. I was like, hey, he probably thought I was going to come up to him and be like, oh, you like your Cybertruck? Because the question I always get. And he rolls window down really patiently. It's like, hey, I'm the other guy with the Cybertruck. He's like, oh, hey. Everybody asks if we know each other.
Right.
So I got his number. We're going to have lunch next week.
Yeah.
So he owns a D&D toy company. Like they provide like different accessories to D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
and they're
introducing Billy.
Yeah, I will. I mean, when he comes on the podcast, I'm going to have him on the podcast.
That's Billy and Tara and I was talking on the way out that we want to shoot a film series on D&D. And that guy would be, if he has the props and all the stuff.
He has the major props.
That would be good. Now, I've got the film equipment to do it, just like the guy that you had there. I've got those same cameras and stuff.
Greg's Facebook banner is with Kate Sackhoff.
Right.
So this guy's like legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the star of Battlestar Galactica, like the new one. Mm-hmm. And she's like the pretty girl on there. Right. Did you guys watch Battlestar Galactica any?
I haven't.
Guys,
I did.
I'm not trying to turn this into a pop culture thing. That is top 10 shows of all time across any genre.
Really?
Battlestar Galactica, the new one. There was one in the 70s. This one was made in 2000s. It's up there with Breaking Bad, The Wire.
I enjoy
Game of
those
Thrones.
movies.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very digestible. 6 seasons. Yeah, man. It makes me want to like stay here for the next 4 hours and like hold your eyes open, get you through the first season, then you're hooked.
Yeah,
May have to give it a try.
Yeah,
watch it.
So, time for the questions.
Yeah, we actually got a couple questions, but go with it.
Because
go ahead with your questions.
He asked the same questions to Evan. So
he does.
Yeah, he did. He asked him.
He asked if he believed in ghosts. Mm-hmm. You believe in ghosts?
No.
You already said that.
Yeah,
but
I did ask him that.
you went and saw on your Cybertruck at the cemetery.
But that didn't make him a believer.
No.
That didn't freak you out any? Or?
No.
Zero.
I didn't even
So what?
An eyebrow. You got Johnny Bravo here, baby.
So what do you?
I got the same hair too.
But how do you explain that? So,
I can't, but it's just software and cameras and light. I mean,
but you can't get it downtown. There's trash cans, there's light posts, there's trees.
I don't know the answer to that because I've never paid attention.
Oh, okay.
There's so much going on.
Right.
You couldn't tell. Like, it sees people walking on the sidewalk. I've never been like, okay, there's 2 people actually on the sidewalk, but there's 3 on the.
Right.
You can't drive and stare at
it.
So yeah.
We need a controlled test.
Right, and I'm not going to do that experiment.
Right.
There's just no value.
What about Sasquatch?
No.
That's a quick answer. No.
Well, because like he was discovered in the 60s. So is there a 70-year-old, 80-year-old beast walking around that's somehow evaded detection? Like, and I don't want to go down a too deep rabbit hole with this, but
I love that he could just be like, well, this is this entire lawyer right here. It's like, well, let's just check the evidence. Let's just look at the evidence that we have.
He's just going down like it's in front of the court.
Well, I mean, a lot of people's always like, well, why don't you ever find bones or this or that? And we've already went over this. Squirrels eat bones. that's could be one major reason why no one's ever found
Is
the
this
bone.
something that you and Ronnie talk about?
I'm
I had
sensitive.
to look it up.
And-
He said squirrels eat bones, and I had to look it up to verify.
And two, Bigfoot is a lot like humans. They bury their own dead.
Oh, so you think there's a colony
Yeah,
or tribe or whatever?
or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's definitely not one. There's numerous.
I'm also sensitive to how much unexplored forest and things we have. I am sensitive to that. But yeah, the quick answer is no. I mean, if you brought one in here in a cage, I'd still maybe not believe it.
I done tell you, if I can ever come across one, I'm shooting it on contact. I ain't thinking twice about it. And I'm going to see these men in black come after me.
No, because you're going to get up to the body and you're going to pull the costume mask off and you're going to go to jail for 20
Well, then I'm calling then I'm calling you for help.
He does.
And I'll be like, you shot somebody. I'm like, there's no helping. You deserve to go to jail.
That's third degree, you know.
That's first degree. You aimed, you held your breath for a second and pulled the trigger.
And they'll pull up this
I
video.
was worried for my life.
Yeah, with the boner sticking out, seeing Sasquatch.
All right.
Aliens.
Yeah, aliens. What you,
Yeah, I'm more open to that.
everybody is.
That's because,
I mean, everybody knows it's just a numbers game.
yeah, you're right. There's no way you can have it.
I don't think we'll ever contact them. The distances are just too great. It just takes too long to travel. We can't even approach 1% of light speed.
I don't know. There's been some new information come out about that through 3-Eye Atlas.
Everybody's talking about it, but
That's common.
I don't know. There's been some new information come out.
I don't. I think
Did you
there's.
hear where they shot a laser out of that telescope to it?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, and that's still.
Yeah, every time something intergalactic hits our solar system, it freaks out.
Yeah, and there's a bigger one behind it, and then there's a bigger one even behind that one, behind Swamp.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah, I think there's probably life on other planets. We just will never see it.
yeah, I mean, we can't.
Unfortunately.
we can't even leave our own solar system. So
well,
Yeah.
we can't even get to the depths of our ocean.
We can't get to the moon, guys. So I don't know.
So you think that we didn't go to the moon?
No. I'm saying we can't get to the moon now.
Oh, okay.
We don't have the technology to get to the moon.
We got our tin hats, so
No, I think we went to the moon in the 60s, but we don't have a vehicle that can take man to the moon right now.
right.
So-
well, they're planning on going back into.
Yeah, the Apollo Artemis program, but
so here's something that we've never talked about on here. So we was talking about UFOs and stuff. You know, there's a USO.
What's a USO?
Is it Russian?
No, it's a unidentified submerged object.
that's cool.
So there's been these triangles and stuff captured on camera by spacecrafts in the ocean. There's big giant triangles coming up and then re-submerging.
Well, yeah, the Navy released some that they saw coming out of the ocean and flying, but I was in the military, and I can tell you there's a lot of stuff that the public ain't going to know about.
Yeah. But why does no one ever talk about the USOs?
I've never heard of it before just now. I'll definitely go to TikTok, though, and watch some fake stuff and educate myself.
That's the best way to do it.
Fake media.
All right, so last question. Do you want to sponsor our Thanksgiving giveaway?
What is it?
So we're trying to raise money. We're going to feed 25 families
Or more.
or more. And then whatever money that's left over is going into Christmas, and we're going to buy toys for children.
Yeah, how much is the investment?
As much as you can give.
I'll give you 500.
That will do.
All right. Yeah.
And anybody that does do this, the whole month of November, we're going to shout their businesses out on our podcast.
And we'll do a commercial. I'll come
Yeah.
down and film a commercial.
Whoa.
Anything for.
We have a commercial. I can send you ours.
Okay.
That's amazing. First, thank you.
Yes.
You're
yes.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
No, if honestly, if anybody ever has any ideas for community outreach like that, it's a no-brainer for us.
Yeah.
We just don't. I've got to, without sounding conceited, I'm very business minded, and so sometimes that puts goggles on. And so I'm like, okay, how do I make this dollar more? How do I make this dollar more? So sometimes it's hard to see like what's going on around, like with the community. I care about the community. I live in Corbin. I want to help, but my brain doesn't automatically look for those opportunities. So if like ideas like that, I love it. It's a no brainer. Helps community.
We done 8 families last year. This year we're going to try to shoot for 25.
Great.
And our motto is we're here to help the needy, not the greedy. So we actually try to vet these families and make sure that they're truly needy.
Well, just
My only problem with
is it's a big deal because with the shutdown, there's a lot of families that are not going to get
their stamps
benefits for November.
I know that's something Billy was talking about.
Food stamps, and with it being Thanksgiving, now I don't know how long the shutdown is going to last or whatever. Damn Democrats, whatever, whatever. But a lot of people are really going to be hurting.
It's scary.
In our area,
Yes.
It's very scary.
So right now, what we're without his, what was that, $1,200?
yeah.
It was at $1,200.
Well, we were at $1,240.
Okay, yeah, $1,240. But Jonah said he's going to put Jonah Rice, one of our sponsors. He said he was going to do a pretty large donation, and then yours. So I think we're going to be able to do the 25 families.
Yeah, I wouldn't vet these families too hard as my only caution, because that food's, it might be the kids it might be the only reason the kids get a Thanksgiving, even if the parents are douchebags.
Vet, like I can't remember names, so don't worry about me saying any names. But there's one family in particular. They had like 8 kids, and we had a lot to give them, and when we packed it all in there, and them kids seen all that food, it was like, in my eyes, I seen. These kids ain't seen food like this in a long time, and the joy that brought me.
I couldn't imagine.
Able to help that we was able to help that.
And that was right downtown.
Yeah, and that was right here, right down.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
But it was just so enlightening.
But now we're not gonna film us going to the homes and spotlight the homes, but now we will, because we do have influencers that's going to come. Jerry Riddle, Kentucky.Life, Billy and Tara said that they'd be here
Great.
to do it. So
We'd even invite you if you were.
Yeah, if you wanted to come and be a part of it.
Yeah, I'd love to help.
We do need more help.
We're close enough
out.
to where we could set a central, because we got to deliver them.
Count me in. I'm happy to help deliver.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I want to help. I just, I don't. People are contacting me, being like, by my house, or not reaching out, like, oh, will you be a part of this program? Or, generally, we try to, be community oriented.
Let me just tell you, and it wasn't that, but my entire outlook has changed about you since you setting. So we've not really. I think I've seen you a couple times, and we've been in the same rooms. But I don't know that we've ever had a conversation, because I don't know what we have to talk about.
Pretty good at networking, finding things to talk about. But we also have podcasts together, so I think we would have had a lot.
Well, I mean, we do now. When I was doing,
you're a lot more humorous than I was thinking you was going to be.
Good.
Well, what I mean is, like, it seems like people are discarding you before they even get to know you.
That's true.
Like when we were talking earlier, and this is kind of what got me thinking about it. It's like, that nobody is even approaching this guy who's selling 100 houses a year or whatever for a job. How odd is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a serious disconnect. My managers are working on it too. There's a problem there.
It's like everybody knows 10 realty friends.
What kind of jobs do you have available right now?
I mean, we're hiring realtors, but
just realtors, nothing else.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, we're always looking for more contractors, maintenance guys, but we don't have a problem filling those positions, because that's the one thing people do message us about. Like, hey, I'm handy. We always say yes. Come on.
What do you pay a handyman? $10-12 an hour?
You're asking the wrong guy. Unfortunately, I don't manage that business, but I think the average is 17.
Wow, that's.
You have to, if you want them to stay. If you want quality, you want them to stay. You've got to make sure they can feed themselves.
I hire and fire too at mine, and so I get to hear a lot of feedback and stuff, and you're paying above market value.
Yeah, I think we start people out at 15, like the first 3 months, just to make sure that they, don't come in hungover. But after 3 months, I think we bump up 17, and then most of our guys that have been with us for longer than a year or two, they're at 20, because again, those guys are so good, you got to pay them what they're worth.
Yeah. Well, if you don't pay them what they're worth, then they're just going to up and go.
Yeah, somebody else will pay them what they're worth, and they'll stay there for 30 years. Half of our maintenance crew's been with us for 5 years or longer now.
All right.
That's good.
Last question. You said yours was the last question. Mine's like, when will we get to see us on your podcast?
Yeah, I'd love to have you guys on. Yeah.
I would love to see your studio. I'd love to be in your environment.
I would love to see you with your tits out.
We're doing Cassie. Well, I don't want Cassie to be murdered. There's a date in December. I'd love to guys have you on, and Cassie will be filming too, because it doesn't make any sense for us to be on there without an influencer because no one's going to watch it.
Right.
So we'll film with Cassie in December if you guys are open to it.
Give us a date.
Yeah, I'll give you the day as soon as we get off. Cassie actually has to worry about telling people where she is and when.
That's crazy, ain't it?
But Billy's the same way. When we're out, he has a security guy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Josh, really nice guy, but people are weird with Billy. You'll hear some girl scream from 20 yards away and come running and like jump at him, like want to hug him or like meet him. Like, that's just something I've seen.
Nice problem to have.
It's not. You never know. People are crazy. So
I was just joking, Jessica, by the way.
Yeah, they've got, they've got a different set of problems than we do, and the problems that they don't talk about because it's not fun or funny.
Yeah.
But they get the scary stuff. So I hope I don't get to that level, but also maybe I hope I do. I don't know.
I mean, I would think everybody would want to get to that level because that means you're doing something,
right?
When do you release your shows?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's
Mondays
so you can catch us on Monday, Barrett on Tuesday, Barrett on Thursday,
us on
Friday.
There's some nice symmetry there.
Yeah.
At least we don't collide,
Even if we did, it's not like people are watching my stuff live anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of our stuff too is not live. It's the watch later.
The rewatch.
Yeah.
I've only seen your guys on rewatch.
1,000 on the rewatch.
How many?
A couple thousand.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's normally what ours is on the rewatch.
We'll get a few hundred sometimes during the show. Yeah, but the majority of ours comes after.
Yeah. It'll come after.
You guys are probably trying to wrap this up because it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Getting ready to wrap it up.
Here's my analytics. I don't know how it compares to you guys.
Oh, God. Well.
Yeah.
Let me just stop you right there. It doesn't compare to us at all.
But it shows how much money we make on Facebook, shows the followers we get.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We're
getting there.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to.
We got 2 pages, and we're trying to redo things a little bit to where we can get it a little bit more under control.
Well,
Because it was done.
we just have that financial barrier
Well,
where he don't.
yeah. We don't have the finances, but we also.
That's the difference,
but
unfortunately.
we
I hate to say it, but
I
it opened. Look at all the doors it opened for me that you guys were kept closed.
Yeah, there's honestly, we've named 5 people that I've tried to reach out to get on our show, and
that you have gotten.
that
Well,
you've gotten.
we even I mentioned that on his that because he had said I need Billy to be my jerk for the jerky, and I said I can't afford him.
But his time's valuable, and he knows what he's worth.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I can't afford him.
I think you guys are funny, charismatic, entertaining. You guys are right there. So my advice is just keep going.
Yeah.
Those doors will open.
Oh, we're not going to stop.
My goal.
Girl.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of.
We have
we're
wives.
going to start doing the short films and the other media side of things too.
We have wives, so if anybody out there has a fat friend that wants to be on the show,
That is also funny.
So your goal needs to be to get so undeniable that people can't say no to you anymore.
Right.
Because I've looked online, most podcasts, the guests aren't being paid. Mm-hmm. There's a mutual, benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm so small that, we have to throw a little bit of money around, but it's just worth it for us now. But these same people will probably be free in the summer of next year if we keep growing like I hope we do.
It would be an honor to be on your show.
Yeah, they get so much more benefit from being on than I could give them.
And monetarily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we could offer like a two thing since they're here. They could do both shows, and we could kind of lower their monetary cost in a way.
What are you talking about?
As far as
What are you talking about, Ronnie?
I'm talking about cross
What you talking
promotion
about,
with them,
Ron?
get them on both shows.
Yeah.
What shows you
Certain
talking about?
guests, certain because we obviously don't want like real estate all the time, right?
I don't even talk about real estate ever anymore.
Yeah,
It's so funny because it's called Property Tales, but
but I mean, I'm talking maybe like if we get a guest in, because if we were talking about getting Diamond Dave in,
Like I said, if I can,
And if
I will
he's
give him
here-
your information that way you can get him.
yeah, then
You'll be able to throw better at him, but I would love to see him here doing a podcast.
sure.
But while they're here, and they got to travel that distance, we might as well get as much exposure for them as they can.
And they want to be on as much as they can
Yeah.
too, so it's win-win.
And that's
I had
what
a
Billy
meeting to
said.
talk
He
to
said
him.
if
Coming on here.
we would record on Thursday, he'd be over here on Thursday too.
Sure.
So
But, I had Amanda talk into coming to our show. She was going to be doing the train station,
yeah,
and she's like,
They closed.
and then
Yeah.
they closed, and she's like, because she was going to come on our show for nothing. She's like, I'm going to be in town anyways.
She was in
I'll
North
stop by the
Carolina.
show. But then they closed down, so they kind of stop. God damn.
Is that his signal to wrap it up?
no, I catch him in the camera every now and then. Just
I get it. I do the same thing. Camera loves him.
all right. So we done. We ready to wrap?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me. This was my first podcast ever.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. And I mean that.
It's so nice letting my hair down.
Yeah.
And unbutton one button.
Right.
Oh yeah, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night.
Appreciate you coming, Barrett.
Let me get you some cupcakes. Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.